5,337 people tonight at the Barrenfields house. In the future above, had terrible wrestling non-existent crowd heat. Aja Kong and Fantasia defeat Lioness Asuka and Jacqueline. In 7:40, when Aja Kong defeated Jacqueline by a pin for the Yukarana. Jacqueline 24, Lioness Asuka 37, Fantasia 36, and Aja Kong 30. Jacqueline improved in performance 33 E+. In a future battle, Surprise and Little Heat, Doug Williams, Lance Storm, and Robbie Brookside defeat Barry Horowitz, Ace Steel, and LA Park. In 7:56, when Lance Storm defeated Ace Steel, Lance Storm defeated LA Park by pin for the Super Kick. LA Park 49, Ace Steel 37, Barry Horowitz 45, Robbie Brookside 41, Lance Storm 57, and Doug Williams 29. Barry Horowitz improved in performance 48D+. In a future battle, Great Wrestling, Good Heat, the Towering Inferno defeated Steiner Bros. In 7:59, and Stevie Ray defeated Rick Steiner by pin for the Fast Roll-Up. 72B-, Stevie Ray 55, Booker T 65, Rick Steiner 79, and Scott Steiner 87. Booker T improving in Rumble and performance. And Stevie Ray and Techno, not bad at all. In a pre-show battle, in a decent pre-show match, Trevor Guerrero and Crush defeat Kenta Kobashi and Sparky Plug in 7:54, and Crush defeat Kenta Kobashi by pin for the Chokeslam. Sparky Plug 55, Kenta Kobashi 70, Crush 53, Trevor Guerrero 7:57. Trevor Guerrero Jr. improved in performance 62C. In a decent pre-show match, Kip James, Keiji Muta, Doink the Clown, and Chris Jericho defeated Hunter S. Ramsey, IRS, Mankind, and Tom Pritchard in 7:57 when Kip Sane defeated Tom Pritchard by pin for the Gunslinger. 68C+, Chris Jericho 65, Doink the Clown 52, Keiji Muta 73, Kip James 56, Tom Pritchard 52, Mankind 77, and Hunter S. Ramsey 6C54. IRS improved in Techno 68C+. In a decent pre-show match, Pierre, Rick Martel, and Scotty Riggs defeat Tetsuya Fujima, Jim Powers, and Jim Duggan. In 7:36, when Pierre defeated Jim Powers by pin with the Cannonball. Jim Duggan 61, Jim Powers 39, Tetsuya Fujima 68, Scotty Riggs 43, Rick Martel 66, and Pierre 52. Scotty Riggs improved in Techno 60C, not bad. Owen Hart comes out with an 83B+ to open up the night. He goes, "This is bullshit. I should have my title, but Sting cheated to win. Now I've got nothing. The title should be stripped off Sting and given to me. You see, look at these losers wearing the face paint on the shirts like it's cool. He's only but a loser, and at your house Judgment Day, I'm going to cash in my rematch, and I'm going to stand tall and proud." And so he goes, "I forgot you're a crybaby when you lose, because you can't handle the heat. You see, you lost. I am the champion. You see, Owen, you did great in that match. It was awesome, and you'll get your shot in 4 weeks. You see, Owen, you're just blind to see what your brother lost to make you feel better about yourself. And sorry, I'm not doing that." And Owen goes, "My brother did not lose on purpose to make me feel better. I beat him, and that's the end of it. In 4 weeks, I'm going to get my title back fair and square." And Sting goes, "Keep being blind and stupid, because that's what we got. That's what got me the win. Oh, you have a match next against this man." I'll find out who that is in just a second. Superstars is not currently on the air. My earpiece is falling out. Have we got any in your house, please? Thank you. October, which is now which will be changed to Judgment Day IRP, because I've decided that just having a load in your houses doesn't work for me. I need monthly pay-per-view names so I can book better, because then it gives me an idea of what we're going to be doing. But Owen Hart versus Sting rematch for the title will be live on Judgment Day in your house. Judgment Day, an A3B+, beautiful. But then in the battle, I've had Fantastic Heat and Great Wrestling. Owen Hart defeated Bob Backlund in 7:20 by submission and sharpshooter. Bob Backlund 65, Owen Hart 86. No work appearance. Owen Hart's getting better. It's going to 73B-. In a battle, I've had decent wrestling with Dumachik. Chris Daniels defeated Kawada in 5:50 by pin for the last rights. Chris Daniels 49, Kawada 65. No work improvements. 61C+. Ted DiBiase's in the back and he goes, "Last night we took out your precious dead man in a coffin. We carried him out, and he's not here tonight, and he's never coming back. He's not the star you thought he was. He is gone, and not the star you thought he is. Look here, this is Kane, and this is his brother, the star you should be looking at. And tonight he's going to kill someone else." 65C, not bad. In the battle of Talbot and Onsis and Crowdy, Klondike Kate and Lisa Moret defeated Yamado and the female Sting in 5:58. And Klondike Kate defeated the female Sting by a pinfall with the Congress Crush. Female Sting 28, Yamada 29, Lisa Moret 26, and Klondike Kate 24. No working with 270. The women's division is being scrapped. Everyone's being sacked. I've tried, it's not working. In the battle of Subpar Wrestling Lougheed, Taz defeated Rick Savage in 4:13 by pinfall the Tazplex. Taz 56, Rick Savage 25. Taz improved performance. Just a squash match to get a Taz over. And then we see Joe in the band who goes, last night was a night of surprises. Was a night of surprises. But I showed Roddy Piper who I am and what I mean. I bet he won't leave me, but he won't leave me alone. And he keeps asking for another match. Fine. One more time live at Judgment Day. I'm going to try and get as many matches booked ahead of Judgment Day. So you guys, you know, by the end of this episode, you'll have an idea of some of the matches. Of course, we've got Jerry Lawler and Roddy Piper back in the WWF, you know. Yeah. Yes, and new generation with a bit of twists. In above there, decent wrestling and decent action from the crowd. Ron Simmons defeated Ken Shamrock in 7:56 by pin of the Dominator. Ken Shamrock 71. Ron Simmons 72. Ken Shamrock improving in Rumble 73B minus. Mr. Fuji's in the back with Harold Fink and he goes, my client lost his Intercontinental title last night. That is fine because he's going to have a rematch. He's going to show you how Juice Wonder win was a fluke and how he should still be the Intercontinental champion. And of course, that rematch will happen at Judgment Day. We really need to make that bloody Superstars dormant because it pisses me off. I was going to bring it back, but the women's division is just... I've given these women a chance to prove themselves and they are not doing it. I will give them a few more shows and see if they can improve a bit more, but right now they are not improving at all. So we'll see how the women do, but we'll keep them going for the time being. I've got plans for them, so let's hope we can get them up to a decent match status. Energy Smash and Nasty Boys defeat their Tringers 707 for 2 as Canada fighting Stevie Ray at ringside. During that, we also had Booker T and Samu fighting at ringside. Jerry Sag 68, Brian Knobb 64 for 2, 63, Samu 60. CC plus Jerry Sag's improved performance. So yeah, the tag team title storyline still continuing. We'll hear from the head shrinkers in a little bit. In a battle, Fantastic and Great Wrestling, Manchu and Jake Roberts defeated Davey Boy Smith and Bret Hart when Jake Roberts defeated Davey Boy by pinfall. Bret Hart was Branchel's winner, so that's fine. Manchu and Jake Roberts don't work as a team. Bret Hart 89, Davey Boy 77, Jake Roberts 71, Manchu 69, of course. Mumble that under my breath and you probably still bloody hear me say it. Bret Hart is in action. He's going up against... Oh, where is Manchu? Manchu and then Davey Boy versus... and then Davey Boy will be taking on none other than Roddy Piper. I will be announcing this, and next week we'll be coming to you live from the United Kingdom. We'll be taking Monday Night Raw across seas to the United Kingdom next week, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. And Mankind is back and goes, you see, last night I lost my match. Last night. I now know who he is. Hello. And how he's wrestling. And I'm going to have a rematch at In Your House Judgment Day. Steve Austin will be going down, and I will win. I'll give you a fuss in a minute, Marie. Let me tell you, record this, and then I'll give you some tension. Marie has turned up, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch the Monday Night Review from the 1st to the 10th, you'll get a special guest from Mickey, because he wanted to play, so. I'm trying to record in a house with cats. Brilliant, brilliant fun. You always pick the one moment to get attention off you when you're trying to do stuff. It's brilliant. 68C plus for Mankind, not bad actually. In about that decent wrestling with Democrat, well done defeat the Hardy Boys in 8-4 and Steve Dunn defeat Jeff Hardy by pin of the double DDT. Matt Hardy 51, Jeff Hardy 59, Timothy Well 35, Steve Dunn 47. No work improvements with 51D plus. And then we see Samuna Bailey goes, so you want to attack us because we got our titles back, but you took from us. You see, the WWF is head shrinking land. You might beat us once, but don't beat us 3 times. You see, These are our titles, and we're going to hold on to them for a long time yet. And Video goes, we are brothers and we have made this a war. Let's make this a rematch brutal. And let's make history a tag team steel cage match at England House Judgment Day. And we're going to be the victors. So yeah, I've thrown in a match. I like to shake things up in my company. And I like to do things a little different. So we're going to do a cage pin or sub tag team cage match. I know that we've recently done one on, if you go and watch MPW Thunderlust from yesterday, you'll get to see a tag team cage match between Hogan, Sting, Trina Banch and Terry Funk. And believe me, that did happen. If you want to know what's going on and what I'm on about, go and watch it. Brilliant, see a few episodes, brilliant pay-per-view at the end of it as well. And I'm enjoying all these series, they're good fun and they're all very different, even though some, quite a lot of the wrestlers repeat. Because I like using wrestlers I know how to book for, but each company has a different style of booking. In a superb match, Jerry Lawler and Yokozuna defeated Roddy Piper and Juice and Thunder Liger in 7:42, and Yokozuna defeated Roddy Piper by pin with a bonsai drop. Liger 80, Roddy Piper 74, Yokozuna 87, Jerry Lawler 62. No work improvements, 72B-. Not a bad match. In a bad, good wrestling and a decent match in the crowd, Kane defeats Steve Austin in 7:54 by pin with a choke slam following defense on Mankind. Kane's getting better his gimmick. Steve Austin 71, Kane 64. No work improvement, 69C+. A video plays hyping up your main event tonight. Sting will take on Shane Douglas. And in a superb match, Sting defeated Shane Douglas in 1941 by pin with a diving crossbody. Sting makes defense number 1 of his WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Shane Douglas 60, Sting 84. Shane Douglas proving the Rumble. And after the match, Owen Hart runs in and attacks Sting, beating him down to the mat as per usual. We're going to end the show there. 75B-, increase our popularity in 30 regions and also 5,470 people. Let's see how many we get when we go to England next week. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. We're live, uncensored. It is Monday Night Raw. And in a preach about Sub Pro Wrestling, a little hit, the Steiner Brothers defeated Well Done. In 5:53, and Scott Steiner defeats Steve Dunn by pin with the Steinerizer. Timmy Floyd 28, Steve Dunn 35, Rick Steiner 58, and Scott Steiner 62. No work improvements, 51D+. In a future ballot, surprise and non-existent crowd heat, Scotty Riggs, Robbie Brookside, Lance Storm defeat Elliot Park, Tommy Dreamer and Edge in 5:44. And Robbie Brookside defeat Edge by pin for the Icon Slam. Edge 29, Tommy Dreamer 35, Elliot Park 39. Lance Storm 46, Robbie Brookside 47, Scotty Riggs 36. Tommy Dreamer performance and Robbie Brookside in performance 41D. In a future ballot, Super Wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Ace Steel defeat Trevor Guerrero in 6:55 by pin with a steel spike. Ace Steel 34, Trevor Guerrero 44. No work improvements, 42D. In a future bout, decent wrestling but little heat, Rick Martel defeated Barry Horwitz in 8:21 by pinfall. Barry Horwitz 38, Rick Martel 57. No work improvements, 51D+. In a preacher battle, had decent wrestling but little heat. Kawada, Pierre, Tom Pritchard, and Hunter Hearst Downs defeated Von Simmons, Kyuji Mato, Juice from the Liger, and Chris Downs, 79, and Pierre defeated Daniels by nothing out Cannonball. Daniels 39, Liger 63, Kyuji Muta 60, Von Simmons 64, Hunter Hearst 36, Tom Pritchard 41, Pierre 44, and Kawada 56. Kawada improved in flying, Hunter Hearst in Rumble, Pritchard in performance, and Pierre in performance 56C-. And in the future bad, decent wrestling below heat, Tetsuya Fujima, Kenta Kobashi, and Jim Powers defeat Crush, IRS, Ken Shamrock, and Taz in 10:01 when Tetsuya Fujima defeat Taz. Jim Powers 30, Kenta Kobashi 74, Tetsuya Fujima 59, Taz 44, Ken Shamrock 58, IRS 39, Crush 41. No work is 58C-. And in about that I had subpart. Have we missed the beginning of the show? Oh frick. I think you've just missed the beginning angle. Which was the name where Bret Hart comes out and says he's gonna fight with, we'll see. In about that I had subpart wrestling will heat, Carl Karma defeat Thurman Sparky Plug in 4:37 by a pin for the top rope splash. Sparky Plug 41, Carl Karma 38. Is David his Monster Gimmick Scottish Rhino Paul 47D. Oh no, for some reason that match opened up the night and then it obviously removed that match without knowing. Thank God for that. I didn't want you to miss out on this because this took me ages to flipping fight because I kept changing it. 73B minus. The Great One has now. I've changed the name from Manchu to the Great One because I can't keep on Manchu because it's ridiculous. Hello England, are you ready for some war? Yeah, I thought as much. I came out because of Manchu, or as he's now being asked, the Great One. It's time I said something to the Great One, and that is I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. You see, Raw is going global tonight here in England, and next week down under. This is the place to perform. But if you're going to call yourself the Great One, you've got a very high support of yourself. Hello England, I am the Great One, and this here is Bret Hart, who I wish was as good as me. Who wishes he was as good as me, the Great One. You see, Bret, I've been the NWA champion, NWA and IWGP champion. You have been here, not held many golds, and lost to your own brother. It's stupid. At Judgment Day, I will once again beat you. And Bret goes, 2 years ago, I was not ready for our match. This time I am prepared in the Great One. This will be time I will beat you. Then he just goes, don't make me laugh. I'll see you in 2 weeks. And just leaves the ring at 73B minus. Don't know why the match is swapped around. In a battle had decent wrestling below heat, the Head Shrinkers defeated the Nasty Boys in 6v6 when Samu defeated Brian Cage by pin with a double diving headbutt. The Head Shrinkers make defense number 1 of their WWF World Tag Team Championships. Jerry Sykes 51, Brian Knows 52. For 248, Samu 49. Jerry Sykes going to no work improvements 52D+. Then we see Booker T and Stevie Ray, and they come out and they go, me and my brother have loved the fact you put the next match aside the steel cage. You see, this is 2 of the best tag teams in the WWF going at it. You see, we took the gold off you, you took it off us, now in 3 weeks we're going to get the gold back. The Tower Inferno is on fire, and it's time we got the gold back. You see, it don't matter here in the USA, anywhere. It don't matter here, in the US, anywhere. I'm going to get our gold back. 360. In above that decent wrestling defeat, Chris Jericho defeated Dave Taylor in 742 by pinfall. Dave Taylor, David is old school heel, going Scotch from the Warfall. Dave Taylor 60, Chris Jericho 57. Dave Taylor was meant to win, so I don't know what happened there. Crap. Another fuck up. In above that had Telber Wrestling and Noises the Crowd Heat Hatu, Fantasia, Klondike Cake and Lisa Moret defeated Yaminida. The female Sting, Lion Asuka and Jacqueline in 543 and Klondike Kate defeat Jacqueline by pinfall. Jacqueline 25, Lioness Asuka 43, female Sting 35, Yamida 32, Lisa Moore 21, Klondike Kate 31, Fantasia 34. 360 minus. As I said, I'm not going to just scrap them. I'm going to give them a, till next year's SummerSlam to improve. If they're not improved by then, they're going. Sting in performance, Lion Asuka flying in performance, Yamida in performance, and Klondike Cake in technical. 360 minus. New high spot for Lioness Asuka. McCarr got behind her. And Steve Austin's back and he goes, so Mankind wants a rematch, that's fine, let him bring it. Only one of us will be walking away with a win, and that is me. You see, tonight in the UK, I'll make my WWF UK debut, and tonight I'm going to kick some ass, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. No work appearance, Steve Austin improvised well with 52D+. Then Roddy Piper's in the band and goes, so this is the place to be. I came back to be a star. Not for gold, I came back to help the WWF take down WCW. The man in my way of doing that is the King Jerry Lawler, and I think he needs a good ass whooping, and at Judgment Day he's going to get it. Now England, are you ready for the hot rod? And in above our good wrestling and Diesel out of the crowd, Roddy Piper defeated Mankind in 742 by pinfall after Trash and Steve Austin. Mankind 59, Roddy Piper 73, so also getting back his gimmick. We also had Jerry Lawler on commentary, just like the man going getting used. In a battle Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Towering Inferno defeated the Hardy Boys in 739 when Booker T defeated Matt Hardy by pin with a missile dropkick. Matt Hardy 41, Jeff Hardy 48, Stevie Ray 42, and Booker T 45. Booker T improved performance of 48D+. In a battle Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Doug Williams defeated Doink the Clown in 618 by pin for the Chaos Theory. Doink the Clown 39, Doug Williams 44. No work improvements for 43D. Jason from the Liga is here, and he goes, so my win was a fluke. Well, if it was, I don't care. I'm holding this belt. You see, I left Japan on a big gamble to come here and be a star, and that gamble has paid off. I am the star, the awesome one, Jason Thunder Liga. Of course, he didn't win in the pre-show, but we'll let him off. 40D minus. In the battle at Subpar Wrestling Analysis and Crowd Heat, Shane Douglas defeated Steve Austin in 756 by pin of the franchise. Following interference from Mankind, Douglas 38, Steve Austin 44. I did think Austin wouldn't do that well here. 43D, beautiful. And then Paul Bearer is in the back and he goes, Kane and Ted DiBiase should not be so stupid. My Undertaker is not dead. He is resting and he will be back. When he does, it will be Kane who will go, who will be gone. Not my Undertaker. Oh, yes. And 42D plus, the Undertaker boost on his fancy segment. 51D plus, can't complain. Well done, Paul Bearer. Good angle, no work improvements, but beautiful done. We are in the Casino Rooms in Rochester, Kent tonight. And above our decent wrestling, decent wrestling, but cheat, Kane defeat Kip James by a pinfall chokeslam. Kip James 46, Kane 56. No, Kip James improving technical, Kane's getting better gimmick. 53 C minus. And we just skipped through one of them in matches, and I don't know why the game did that. But it was Yoko's Bret Hart and I can't remember. Bret Hart, Bob Backlund taking on Yokozuna and Manchu, with Bret Hart getting the win by submission. I remember that. 67C plus for our main event of the night. There's 77B in a battle with superb wrestling and great heat. Sting and Davey Boy Smith defeat Owen Hart and Jake Roberts, and Davey Boy defeat Jake Roberts by pinfall running power slam. Oh, not Jake Roberts, show X Crimmins Jr. give it, okay. Davey Boy 76, Sting 80, Jake Roberts 73, Owen Hart 81. No work improvement. 77B for the main event in England. I cannot complain with that. Gets a 74B minus. Increased our popularity in A28 regions. 74B minus. Cannot complain with that style show. So yeah, it's Bret Hart and Bob Backlund defeated Great One and Yokozuna. Bret Hart got the win by submission with the sharpshooter. So ladies and gentlemen, that's our first edition of Raw from Great Britain. Next week we're going to be in Australia. So we'll see you live for the Australian show. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. Monday Night Raw sold out in Australia in front of 1,200 people. And in a pre-show battle, I had Subpar Wrestling Analysis and Crowd Heat. Doink the Clown defeated Trevor Guerrero Jr. in 740 by pinfall. Doink the Clown 40, Trevor Guerrero 42. No work comparison. 42D, not bad. Not bad at all. In a pre-show battle, I had Turbo Wrestling Analysis and Crowd Heat. Aja Kong, Hirate, Lisa Mornett, Fantasia, and Fantasia defeated Lioness Asuka, Yamada, Jacqueline, and Esko Muta. In it, a woman, Aja Kong defeated Esko Muta by pinfall the Ukrainian. Esko Muta 31, Jacqueline 24, Yamada 24, Line Asuka 33, Fantasia 29, Lisa More 19, Hirate 31, and Aja Kong 26, 29E. Lioness Asuka improved in performance, 29E. In a feature above, Turbo Wrestling Analysis and Crowd Heat, Dave Taylor, Carl Coleman, Doug Williams defeat Daniels, Chris Jericho, and Ace Steel in 754. And Dave Taylor defeated Ace Steel by pin of the butterfly suplex. Ace Steel 29, Jericho 51, Chris Daniels 34, Doug Williams 32, Carl Coleman 29, and Dave Taylor 31. Ace Steel and Techno and Carl Coleman in performance, 40D minus. In a feature above, Subpar Wrestling Analysis and Crowd Heat Quad. And Pierre defeated Tommy Dream and Barry Horowitz in 748 when Pierre defeated Barry Horowitz by a pin of the Al Cannonball. Barry Horowitz 30, Tommy Dream 35, Pierre 39, Kawada 48. Kawada improving in Rumble, Tommy Dream and Techno, and Barry Horowitz in Rumble 43D. In a feature above, Turbo Wrestling and Analysis and Crowd Heat, LA Park and Edge defeated Rick Martel and Roy Brookside in 731 when LA Park defeated Roy Brookside by pin of the Sky Twist Press. Edge 29, LA Park 38. Roy Brookside 35 and Rick Martel 41. No work improvements. 39D minus. And in the feature above, had Turbo Wrestling and non-existent Crowd Heat, Scotty Riggs and Tom Pritchard defeated TNT Kid and Jim Powers in 754 when Scotty Riggs defeated TNT Kid by pin of the American Plex. Jim Powers 26, TNT Kid 13, Tom Pritchard 36 and Scotty Riggs 27. Tom Pritchard in performance and Jim Powers in technical 30E plus. And the 60C to open up the night. Of course, this is probably the first time we've done a show to Australia. I think we've only just signed the TV deal this week as well. So we've not really been showing the product to Australia for a while. Only just recently. Oh, if you can see the blank screen, guys, I'm sorry if that's going to mess up the recording. I hope not. Oh, come on. Oh, great. Oh, freaking heck. What's going on? Oh. There we go. Let's hope this is still recording because my screen just went blank. For some reason, when you put something on a certain corner or you tap a certain corner of the screen, it causes the screen to go blank. So you probably couldn't see that, but I could. So I couldn't see what was going on. So Sting. Let's take that off. Not only is the WWF airing on ABC Australia, we are down under live. This place is wild, and this is where the world and WWF come in. We are global. Next week, Canada, and back to the United States on Sunday. In 2 weeks' time, I've got to put this belt on the line against the Crybaby live at Judgment Day. I'm going out there and I'm going to beat the Crybaby and keep this title for you awesome fans live. So, sorry, but my name is Owen Hart. I am not a Crybaby. If you did not cheat to win my title, you see that belt on your shoulders? That is mine. I don't care if we are down under or on ABC Australia. These people are cheering you, and it's stupid. And you go, sorry, Crybaby, I did not realise you was here tonight. How about you shut up and get on with your match against Bret Hart, against your brother, yet again? 60C+, and we open up with 71C+, and about that great wrestling and decent match the crowd. Bret Hart defeated Owen Hart in 720 by submission and sharpshooter after a botched interference by the Great One. Bret Hart 90, Owen Hart 58. No work for 71C+. Beautiful. In about that decent wrestling below heat, Kenta Kobashi defeated Lance Storm in 728 by pinfall the Burning Lariat. Kenta Kobashi 67, Lance Storm 43. No work improvement 60C. And Ted's in the back and he goes, look who's back, it's Bam Bam Bigelow. And Taker is coming back and back good. We can send him back to the depths of hell. Shut the hell up, Ted. I've had it with all this crap. I've been watching while I was getting myself sorted in rehab, and I ain't afraid to say it. I am done with your crap. This is me walking out, and Kane, you better be ready for me to kick your ass next. Yes, I have turned Bam. No. We're going to complete the turn. We're going to complete the whole lot. Old school face, and the turn went pretty well. Awesome. 44D, Bam Bam Bigelow is now a face. And in about that decent wrestling, but honest as the crowd eat, Kane defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in 757 by pinfall the chokeslam. Bam Bam Bigelow 51, Kane 45. Bam Bam Bigelow improving performance. 50D+. Yes, I've turned Bam Bam Bigelow face. Davey, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks, I'm going to kick Jake Roberts' ass. I did last week. In England, I'm going to do it at Judgment Day. Jake, this is a new era, and I need to get rid of the old grumpy assholes and have some fun. 49D+. Beautiful. In above that subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd eat Steve Austin v Shane Douglas in 650 by pinfall Stone Cold Stunner. Shane Douglas 34, Steve Austin 46. No work in progress, just a nice little rematch from last week, 43D. And then Jerry's in the back and he goes, last week I watched Roddy Piper's match and oh my god, he won. But oh my god, was it an awful match. It shows you that I'm better the wrestler in our matches. And in 2 weeks of Judgment Day, I'm going to put Roddy Piper in his place. 44D. I need to show some of these matches. I think the matches are going to do better than the angles tonight. In about that decent wrestling, but a non-existent crowd heat, Juice of Underlag and the Head Shrinkers to beat Yokozuna and Towering Inferno in 8:17. Yokozuna Essentials Venomats, that's fine. Liger 57, 52, 38, Samu 40. Stevie Ray 34, Booker T 41, and Yokozuna 73. Stevie Ray improved in performance, that's 57C-. In about that terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat, the female Sting defeated Klondike Kate in 7:56 by pinfall for the diving crossbody. Klondike Kate 25, female Sting 36. No work for these two have great coverage showing their performance. And Sting did good work at ringside, 33+. And then Mankind's in the back, and I think this is one of the best promos from tonight's Raw. You know what it's like, Steve, to be pushed aside and made fun of? All my life I've been fighting to make myself noticed, and now I've made it to the WWF. I am a star, but I need to do more to make you notice me. And Steve Austin, I need to beat you now to make that happen. 43D, not as good as what it would be anywhere else, but I'm not going to complain. In above that subpar wrestling, non-existent crowd heat, Kip James, Sparky Plug, Tetsuya Fujima, Ron Simmons defeated Crush, Hunter S. Helmsley, Ken Shamrock, and Taz in 704, and Tetsuya Fujima defeated Crush by pinfall. Ron Simmons 50, Tetsuya Fujima 50, Spark Plug 34, Kip James 34, Taz 38. Ken Shamrock 55 and Hunter Hearst Helmsley 32 and Crush 36. Tetsu Vijima in performance and Spark Plug in performance. 45D. In above that subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, the Nasty Boys defeated Steiner Bills in 8 of 4 and Jerry Sags defeated Rick Steiner by penalty trip to Nastyville. Jerry Sags 47, Brian Knowles 41, Rick Steiner 46, Scott Steiner 50. No work improvements of 48D+. Immediate video shown to promote the Great One, because I ran out of stories to tell in matches. And then above that, subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, IRS and the Great One defeat Keiju Muta. And Bob Backlund 746 when the Great One defeat Keiju Muta by pin of the Shining Yakuza Kick. Bob Backlund 32, Keiju Muta 41, the Great One 64, IRS 39, no work improvements. IRS for both teams. IRS and the Great One have showed some chemistry, but whereas Keiju Muta and Bob Backlund have absolutely zero chemistry, which is interesting. In above at Turbo Wrestling, non-existent crowd heat, the Hardy Boys defeat Well Done in 735 when Matt Hardy defeated Timothy Well by pin of the Mega Effect. Matt Hardy 37, Jeff Hardy 46, Timothy Well 25, Steve Dunn 32. Jeff Hardy improved in performance, a 40D-. A video plays hyping Sting and Roddy Piper, and Dave Boy taking on Jake Roberts, Jerry Lawler, and Mankind. I hope this main event's going to do us some good here in Australia, but I don't think it will. 66C+, it's not going to be the best show we've done in a while. In above that, decent wrestling with Cheat, Sting, Roddy Piper, and Dave Boy Smith defeat Jake Roberts, Jerry Lawler, and Mankind in 2029 when Sting defeated Mankind by pin of the Diamond Cross Body. Davey Boy 63, Roddy Piper 67, Sting 74, Mankind 56, Jerry Lawler 38, and Jake Roberts 65. No work improvement, 66C+. I think this show is going to get a very 65C. And lots, I know it loses popularity in one region, which obviously is the New England or somewhere in the States. But it's increased our popularity in 23 regions, so I can't complain. It's from Australia. We'll see you guys live for next week's edition, the go-home edition of Raw from Canada. Thanks for watching. Welcome to a very basic Monday Night Raw with a big surprise in store. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Monday Night Raw is back. It's basically just a hype fest with a few matches tonight. I haven't written a lot of angles. I've only written this one. So even the Undertaker vs Kane storyline's not advanced tonight. It's just a load of matches. One contract signing angle. I just want to get this. Not being mean to you guys, I didn't want to put. I just tried to be as typical to the WWF back in the day. And Ric Flair's comes to the ring. This is the biggest angle I've written tonight. He goes, "I am back! Woo! WWF snapped me up, and look what I have, my WCW World Title. And look what I'm gonna do to it." And we see him drop it on the mat, and he gets past the sledgehammer, and he just basically smashes the belt to millions of pieces. And he goes, "I've had enough of being pushed to the side, and now in the WWF, I'm going to make my career known. I am not here for fans, I am here for me, the jet-flying, limo-riding son of a gun. And tonight in the main event, I get to take out your hometown hero, Bret Hart. Now I'm going to my private locker room. A 96A style, what a whaler, open up, raw." They want to take Hogan, we're going to take Ric Flair. In above that, decent wrestling with Cheat, Steve Austin, Thunder Liger, and the Head Shrinkers defeat Yokozuna and Mankind and Towering Inferno. Stevie Ray 37, Booker T 44, Kind 64, Zuna 78, Liger 57, Steve Austin 51, and Future 51, and Smooth 48. Booker T and Rumble and Performance. Good old Booker T, 64C. In above that, decent wrestling with Cheat, Lance Storm defeat Chris Jericho and 748 by pinfall. Chris Jericho 60, Lance Storm 59. Chris Jericho improved in performance, the Battle of the Canadians. Video plays hyping up Roddy Piper vs Jerry Lawler this Sunday night. In a battle of Turbo Wrestling on resistant cried, Yuta defeated Mida in 8-10 by pound by pin for the Pyramid Driver. Yamuda 34, Yuta 36, Yuta improved in performance, a 37D-. Not too bad. Let's move on. Basically, then it's the contract signing. You know how it goes. They sign the contract and there's a massive brawl. 60C. I'm doing my typical move without booking it. Yeah, that's fine. And then it comes into a 10-man tag. In about that decent wrestling, Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, Keiju Muto, Bob Backlund, and Sting defeat Owen Hart, Brian Knobs, Jay Sags, IRS, and Shane Douglas. Sting 82, Bob Backlund 62, Keiju Muto 63, Rick Steiner 58, Scott Steiner 66, Shane Douglas 46, IRS 54, Jay Sags 54, Brian Knobs 50, Owen Hart 85. Shane Douglas in performance, Brian Knobbs in performance, Scott Steiner in flying is 71C+. Video hyping up Bret Hart and Great Muir have a heat conversation, but they don't come to blows, they just pass each other in the corridor. They're not really angry at each other. In a battle of decent wrestling but non-existent crowd heat, the UK Invaders defeat the Hardy Boys in 8 of 7, when Dave Taylor defeated Jeff Hardy by a pin with a butterfly suplex. Matt Hardy 50, Jeff Hardy 58, Dave Taylor 37, Doug Williams 41. Doug Williams, Jeff Hardy in performance. The team of Well Done are gone from the WWF. So I've brought in a new tag team with the UK Invaders. In a battle of decent wrestling below heat, Tom Pritchard defeated Kenta Kobashi in 8:20 by pinfall. Tom Pritchard 43, Kenta Kobashi 70. Tom Pritchard in performance in 8:20, 63C. Video plays hyping up Liger versus Luger. Yokozuna, sorry. Dave Boy and Jake Roberts have a massive backstage brawl. Hype up their match, which results in a superb match. Roddy Piper and Dave Boy Smith defeat Jake Roberts and Jay Lawler in 7:33. When Dave Boy Smith defeated Jay Lawler by pin for the running power slam. David Boy 80, Roddy Piper 83, Jay Lawler 59, Jake Roberts 77. Jay Lawler improved Rumble. Roddy Piper and David Boy showed their chemistry team together. Nice. Bam and Bigelow defeats the Great One by pinfall with a distraction from Bret Hart. Then it goes into the main event, an 87B+. In an exceptional match, Ric Flair defeated Bret Hart in 21:49 by submission of four-legged figure 4 leg lock after distraction on the Great One. Bret Hart 92, Ric Flair 95, no work improvements. That's where we're going to end tonight's Raw. An 83B+, increased our popularity in 34 regions. I'll see you. Hopefully this didn't feel too rushed, but it's basically very similar to the WWE. What you would, how the WWE would have done it in their back in the day, loads of hype videos and stuff. It wasn't until 1977 where they took the oh god, thank you. So yeah, we'll see you on Sunday night for Judgment Day. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to the free-for-all of Judgment Day, as they were known, as it's the pre-show. 13,000 people are packed out the Memorial Field as Eskio Muta. So in a pre-show battle, had on it in a pre-show battle, Total Wrestling on this crowdy. Yeah, Mida, the female Sting, Lioness, Asuka, and Asuka, and Istiko Muta defeat Fantasia, Hoot, Condor, Kate, and Lisa Moret in 87 when female Sting defeat Condor Tate by pin for the Bulldog. Eskio Muta 38, Lioness Asuka 44, female Sting 43, Yaminida 36, Lisa Moret 25, Condor Tate 29, Hueta 43, and Fantasia 39. Fantasia improved performance of 40D-. Cannot complain with that. In a decent pre-show match, Barry Horowitz defeated Crush in 7:56 by pin with the Horowitz Cradle. Crush 60, Barry Horowitz 45, no work improvements 58C-. In a pre-show battle at decent wrestling, Madonna Chi, Ken Shamrock and Rick Martel defeat LA Park and Chris Jericho. In 8:16 when Rick Martel defeated LA Park by pinfall. Ken Shamrock's headshot was announced, LA Park's weak link, and Chris Jericho 60, LA Park 46. Rick Martel 61, Ken Shamrock 72. No work improvements, LA Park's getting Barry's gimmick. 63C. In a decent pre-show match, Robbie Brookside and Goldust defeat Kenta Kobashi and Kip James. In 7:58 when Goldust defeat Kenta Kobashi by a pin for the Bulldog. Goldust 70, Robbie Brookside 44, Kip James 53, Kenta Kobashi 71. He's David, his mysterious gimmick. He's got a reign of awful. 65C, he'll get better at that. Then in a one-night deal, Tom Harwood makes a debut, but he's on a one-night deal in the battle of Terrible Wrestling non-existent crowd. Tommy Dreamer defeat Tom Howard in 8:17 by a pin of the power driver. Tom Howard 25, Tommy Dreamer 46. Tom Howard improved performance. You're on my radar for when we open up our training ground. But we ain't going to open that up until at least January of next year after the Royal Rumble. And tonight is Halloween and tonight is Judgment Day. Kane is scared of his brother, but is the Undertaker here tonight? Everything has been hotting up in England and Canada and down under. Tonight we make our return to the USA. And now WWF and Snickers presents to you Judgment Day. And Jim Ross and we saw the fireworks and the fans all with their signs going, yay, Judgment Day, woo! 30,000 of us watching it, woo! Halloween, hey! There's some people in costumes, as they would be if you did a show on Halloween. Welcome to Judgment Day! With me tonight, Vince McMahon, and tonight we've got 3 hours of awesome action for you. Because the WWF is hotting up and we're Ric Flair here tonight, and I can confirm he has an opponent. But first, Kane. Yes, and a 71C, In above our great wrestling, good heat, Kane defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in 7:42 by the choke slam. Bam Bam Bigelow 80, Kane only a 68 but a 70C plus. After the match, The Undertaker returns, base the lights go on and off, and The Undertaker stood in the ring, and he basically just beats down the living shit out of his brother. The Undertaker has returned. We'll find out more tomorrow night on Raw. In a decent match, Head Shrinkers defeated the Towering Inferno in a cage match in 14:48, when Samu defeated Booker T by pivotal diving with double diving headbutts off the top of the steel cage. And off the top turnbuckle, they went on top of the steel cage to do that. The mate defenders number 2 of their WWF World Tag Team titles. Stevie Ray 60. Booker T 65, Fatu 59, Samu 65. Booker T improved in form, so they're like 20 feet in the air when they did the double diving headbutts. In above, had superb wrestling and great heat. Juicy Honda Liger defeated Yokozuna in 14:53 by a pinfall the surprise cradle. He makes defense number 1 if he's Intercontinental title, and 81B. Holy shit. Yokozuna 86, Liger 78, no worker improvements in 81B. In a decent match, Tetsuya Fujima, Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, Furman Sparkplug, and Bob Backlund defeated Brian Knobs, RAS, Shane Douglas, Jay Sags, Taz, and Taz in 15:29 when Tetsuya Fujima defeated Brian Knobs by pinfall. Sparkplug vs. Gained also did good work at ringside. Bob Backlund 67, Sparky Plug 54, Rick Steiner 58, Scott Steiner 66, Tetsuya Fujima 64, Taz 63, Jay Sags 60, Shane Douglas 57, IRS 61. Brian Knobs 58, of course I'm going to get as many people on the pay-per-view as possible. Tetsuya Fujima Rumble and Performance, Rick Steiner Rumble and Scott Steiner Rumble, 63C. In above, had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Roddy Piper defeated Jay Lawler in 13:55 by submission. Roddy Piper 77, Jay Lawler 67, no work improvements, jump good chemistry, which will continue at, I'll announce, must mean the missus is leaving work. We get this done before she gets home. Haha, I can drive my truck for a bit. I'm going to be announcing our first elimination match, the main event elimination match, of course, for Survivor Series, because it's going to be Team Sting, and I already know who I'm going to be putting on Team Sting, because why the hell not? Sting, The Undertaker, Roddy Piper, Davey Boy, and Bret Hart. Of course, every single main event storyline we've got going on at the moment. Of course, it's going to be Team Owen Hart, and that will feature the Great One, Jerry Lawler. I'm going to be changing all the storylines up, so Jerry Lawler, Jake Roberts, and he's shooting with and of course the mid-carder known as Kane. Now that is not going to be your main event tonight. Your main event tonight will feature Ric Flair, and Ric Flair will be in action. I am not announcing his opponent. Just, of course, I'm going to announce his opponent. Ric Flair will be main event in the entire night as he takes on Bob Backlund in one-on-one action. That will be live on Survivor Series in 1 month's time. I just thought that'd look cool because the pictures look very similar. There you go. In the battle at Subpar Wrestling Little Heat, Carl Carmen, the UK Invaders, defeat Chris Downs and the Hardy Boys in 8:27 when Carl Carmen defeated Chris Downs by pin of the top rope splash. That's fine. Chris Downs 48, Matt Hardy 50, Jeff Hardy 59, Dave Taylor 42, Doug Williams 44, and Carl Carmen 30. Matt Hardy's getting better his gimmick. Doug Williams in performance, Jeff and Matt Hardy also in performance, a nice little improvement, 50D. And I'll just skip that match for some reason. In an exceptional match, The Undertaker defeated Ric Flair in 14:36 by promoting for the chokeslam, following botched interference by Kane. Undertaker 88, Ric Flair 95, no work improvements, and 82B. In a terrible match, Tom Pritchard defeated Danny Boy Collins in 7:02 by pin of the Superboy pick. Old school face awful. Danny Boy Collins 23, Tom Pritchard in performance, and Tom Pritchard gets a 50. We're going to have to work with Danny Boy Collins' debut. In a bout of terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd, Jacqueline defeated Aja Kong in 7:59 by pinfall. Jacqueline makes defense number 1 of her women's title. Aja Kong 36, Jacqueline 30, no working rings, 16 minus. In an exceptional match, Davey Boy Smith defeated Jake Roberts in 15:16 by pinfall the running power slam. Davey Boy 77, Jake Roberts 81. I know we skipped a match. I can't remember what match it was, but I think it was a Doink the Clown match, so it don't really matter. In the battle at Subpar Wrestling All Heat, Jim Powers, Edge, and Ace Steel defeat Chavo Guerrero Jr., Lance Storm, and Pierre In 732, an Edge defeated Lance Storm by Bill the Missile Dropkick. Ace Steel 35. Edge 32. Jim Powers 40. Pierre 55. Lance Storm 55. And Chavaguer 53. Jim Powers Rumble Ace Steel in performance of 49D+. In a bad good wrestling, great wrestling and good heat, Mankind defeated Steve Austin in 1509 by opening with the double arm DDT. Mankind 79, Steve Austin 71, both of them getting better at the gimmicks, no improvements, a 76 B-. Video plays hyping up our summer main of the night as Bret Hart takes on the Great One. And in an exceptional match, Bret Hart defeated the Great One in 2026 by submission with a sharpshooter. The Great One 77, Bret Hart out there with a 90, no work improvements, an 86 B. Oh. A video plays hyping up both Sting taking on Owen Hart in the main event. And in the exceptional match, Sting defeated Owen Hart in 2027 by pin with the diving cross body. It makes defense number 2 of his World Heavyweight Championship. Owen Hart 86, Sting 84. No work improvements. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Let's end the show. We'll have a quick look and see what the Doink Clown match got. Where is that match? It's way back here, isn't it? Yeah, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Kawada and Scotty Riggs defeat Keiji Muto, Doink Clown and Ron Simmons. Got 64C, not too bad actually. It's so bad I play this game so much I actually know what that rating is. I'm going to be giving the matches to Sting. I'm going to give it to our newest star, Ric Flair. And I'm going to give it to Bret Hart just because he's here. Doesn't mean he's going to get straight into the title picture. I'm not confirmed that Ric Flair is taking on Bob Backlund. That is a bit of a joke just because of the pictures. I thought it looked cool. Because I don't know. He might have to go to rehab. I'm just saying. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next episode of WWF 1994. Let the Raw begin. Episode number 10.